Hello everyone, so it is currently 6th of June, it is a Thursday, and we are going to Seattle on Saturday for a couple of weeks, almost a couple of weeks, and I'm planning to do a little bit of a vlog of it. Just, I don't know how much I will talk, but at least like B-roll of Seattle. I'm sure it will be amazing. And I thought I would talk to you about the books that I'm planning to bring with me. So the first book that I'm bringing is Wifedom by Anna Fonder, which is about George Orwell's wife, and it has been longlisted for the Women's Prize for Nonfiction. And I'm in a Women's Prize for Nonfiction kick at the moment. I'm reading Eve. I also recently forgot which one, but I read another one for it, and I'm also waiting for Doppelganger and Matrescence because the paperbacks are coming soon. So this is the one I chose to bring with me from the Women's Prize for Nonfiction, and the reason why I'm taking this one is even though I think I'm gonna enjoy it, I'm not 100% sure that it's gonna be one that I'm going to revisit and like read more from. So my idea is if I don't feel like super strongly about it, I can always leave it in Seattle. And the same goes for the next two as well. The next one is The Golden Gate by Vikram Seth. I read Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth and I really enjoyed it, and then I found this one in a second-hand shop and I bought it. It's poetry. Vikram Seth is mostly a poet, so I don't know, I'm a bit intimidated by this one, but it's in my ancient TBR, and if you don't know what that is, my ancient TBR is the books that I have bought prior to the year we're in, so this was in my TBR in 2023. And so I want to read all of those books before 2024 is over, and this and another one are the last two in my ancient TBR that I have, so I'm going to bring this one with me, hopefully read it, and if I don't feel very strongly about it again, I will leave it there. And the last one that I have in my TBR that I'm taking physically is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is the sequel to Six of Crows, which I read for another vlog. I randomly picked it up. I was not planning to read this series anytime soon, but I really liked the first one, and so I got the second one because I want to finish the story. And it's fun, and probably on holidays I want something a little bit lighter, and so this seemed like a good idea. I don't have the first one. I read the first one from the library, so I don't think I will need this copy in my library, but I still want to read it, so I have the copy and I'm gonna bring it with me, and I'm pretty sure I'm really going to enjoy this as well, because the first one was a lot of fun. So yeah, those are the three books that I'm bringing with me to Seattle physically. I think my plan is to start with this one, because it's the one that I'm the most excited for, and I will let you know how I go. I also have a bunch of ebooks in my Everand in my phone, so I will also be nicking on those, but these are the physical ones that I'm taking. And again, I'm going to be gone for almost 2 weeks. I don't think I'm gonna read all of this, but I think I might read maybe 2 or 2.5 of these, so we will see how I go. And I'll let you know when I'm there. So I am in Seattle now. We arrived yesterday afternoon. It's now Sunday night. We are kind of okay for the circumstances with the jet lag and stuff. The first day was a bit rough, but I mean, it's always easier to travel west than travel east. So we're doing okay. I'm starting my conference tomorrow. That's why we're here, but we're also doing holidays, of course. And we visited some bits of the city center, the Space Needle, and all of that, and it was fun. But it's also exhausting. It's quite hot here
And I have also read about 200 pages of The Golden Gate by Vikram Seth. I read about 100 of them in the plane, and then another 100 today. Um, and it's okay so far. Like the poetry parts are nice. The poetry sometimes it's a bit clunky, but most of the time is nice and very poetic, obviously. Um, but the story itself, like the characters and what's happening to them, is not all that interesting. To be honest, it's about this group of people that live in Silicon Valley and do Silicon Valley things. And I almost think it's kind of like um, a satire of Silicon Valley, but yeah, it's kind of subtle, so it's not even like it can maintain the job for that long. Um, yeah, it's okay so far. I have about 100 pages left. I would think I'm gonna read a little bit more now, and then I will see how it goes tomorrow. It's quite busy tomorrow in the first day of the conference and all the welcome things. But I'm hoping that I can read a little bit after this. So we will see. But that's my update, and I'll talk to you whenever I have time. Everyone, it's me coming from the bathroom again because yeah, this is the only place I hate with the privacy. But it is Thursday now, Thursday morning. And I just wanted to update you a bit on everything. I haven't done so much on the city. The conference has been quite busy, and yeah, we have been doing lots of things in like foods and. Yesterday, my boss invited us to his room for some drinks. He's in the presidential suite of one of the hotels here, which is pretty impressive. There was amazing views. Yeah, it was very cool. So that's the kind of thing we have been doing. Yeah, a couple of days ago, I finished The Golden Gate by Vikram Seth, and I don't have a lot more to say about this rather than just it was fine. Like the poetry and the writing was very nice. A bit gimmicky in parts, but mostly very nice. But the story just didn't have so much to offer. And I wonder if it's like a parody of the kind of life that Silicon Valley people live. But I just didn't think that it was saying enough about it, even if it was a parody. So just fine. I'm glad I read it, but I don't need to read anything else on this topic. So that's that. And then I also started Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I'm 60 pages in, and I'm enjoying it so far. It just feels very easy and very fun. That's what I was expecting from this. This is what I wanted. Just throw me back into the world and just want to read more. Just because I want to spend time with the characters and with the world. So yeah, I am enjoying this one. I don't know if I will be able to read much of it in the next couple of days because it's crazy. So it's Thursday morning today. I already did my presentation, so now that's done. That's good. But yeah, today and tomorrow is still conference, and then after that we're probably going to be traveling around a little bit, and then I will probably have a little bit more time because yeah, it will be when Alex sleeps and so on. I will be home and probably I have a little bit more time to read. But yeah, I'm enjoying this so far, and I will update you when I have anything else to say. it's Monday morning. It has been a while. I don't know when I last updated you, but I think since then, on Saturday we went to the flight museum, and on Sunday we went to Discovery Park, so it's very nice nature and stuff. Today we're having a little bit of a lay low day, so it's like 11 and we haven't done anything yet other than like read for a while. But I am now on page 280 of Crooked Kingdom, so I have a little bit left to go, like 150 pages or so. I think I'll finish this between today and tomorrow, probably, and I'm really enjoying it. Same as the first book, I just enjoy the ride and all the mysteries and stuff. I'm not so bored of all the like romantic feelings that happen. The fact that everyone has to be paired and all that. I'm not a big fan of that, but I'm enjoying the politics and the action and all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this, but I think it's gonna stay here when I finish it. I also went to Elliot Bay bookstore, and I got 2 books there. It's a very nice bookstore. They had like it's all wooden and it's really pretty. And I wanted to get something from someone from like the region, Washington or Seattle or something, but I really didn't find anything that was calling to me, so I got 2 other books instead that I have been wanting to read. The first one is The Physics of Sorrow by Gospodinov. So Gospodinov wrote The Time Shelter, who won the Booker last year, and I really enjoyed this one. And there's kind of like connections between the 2. As far as I know, like the 2 main characters are the same, but the story is completely different, and it's written in like a beautiful, more experimental way. And yeah, he has crazy ideas, so I'm not completely understanding what this is about from the plot, but I'm still interested. And the other one, it was actually my wish list script, so it was like something that I was actively going to get anyway. And that was my work by Olga Ravn. Olga Ravn wrote The Employees, and I really enjoyed it. And this is about motherhood and like balancing work and passions with motherhood and not let it absorb you, I think. So very up for me. I'm really excited for this. It's also kind of a bit of an experimental thing. The same as The Employees was also kind of experimental. So I'm really looking forward to this as well. But I guess I won't pick this up in this vlog. Probably just when I go home, I will go back to my TBR and try to read them some other time. I have to say, these like books in here are not that expensive compared to everything else. Maybe it's just the other, but groceries are crazy expensive here. I thought the Netherlands had gone crazy when the cost of living crisis started, but this is like another level. Like we got groceries for like, I don't know, breakfast and some pasta, and it was like $70 or something. It was crazy. Also Seattle, I have to say, I have been here before, and I don't remember it to be that sketchy, but this time around there's quite a lot of people in the streets that have seemed to lost control of everything, and at all times, like it's not just at night or anything, and it feels a little bit unsafe to walk around, which is, I didn't expect that. I didn't remember that from last times I have been here. Granted, it was more than 10 years ago, but still, I'm not liking it as much as I used to. But still, the nature is beautiful, and there are some very cool things to do in Seattle, so I'm enjoying that. It's just like, there are some other things I'm not enjoying as much. But yeah, that's all. I think I will update you next when I have some time, probably maybe after I'm back. As I said, it's Monday morning, we're going back on Thursday, so we have a few more days. We're actually going to Tacoma on Wednesday, just spend one night there because of booking issues and stuff. We're spending a night in one of our friends' place. But yeah, we have a couple more days in Seattle. I think we're going to go to take the ferry today, see Seattle from the sea. And I don't know, tomorrow probably I know some nature walk again because nature here is beautiful. But yeah, that's all for now. Crooked Kingdom this morning. It's Tuesday morning, it's like 9 a.m. And I finished it. I liked it. Some of the things that happened at the end I didn't expect. And it's always funny how Gus seems to always know better. It's kind of like Sherlock Holmes. You always want to step ahead. But yeah, I did enjoy this, and I'm glad I read it, but I don't need to keep it. So I think I will be going to the second-hand bookstore later today and try to give this up. And then I think it's time for me to start Wifedom by Anna Sander. I haven't started it yet, and I don't think I'm gonna finish this by the time we are back. We only have 2 days left, I think. 2 days left here in Seattle, so I'm probably not going to finish this. But I want to start it because it's one I have been wanting to read for a while. So I'm excited for it, and I'll see how it is. I think today the plan is to go to the Arboretum Park and the Japanese gardens and stuff, and then tomorrow morning we are leaving this apartment and we are going to Tacoma to see a friend and Mount Rainier, and then we're flying Thursday morning. So that's the plan. I don't know if I will talk to you again until I'm home, but I'll still enjoy the couple of days we have left. I'm back. We arrived yesterday morning. It's now Saturday and it's 7 in the morning and I'm a bit jet lagged. That's why it's 7 in the morning and I'm awake for like 3 hours now. But yeah, the way back was fine. The flight was smooth. We were able to catch a little bit of sleep, but then of course we came and we were very tired because it was night in the US, but it was like 10 in the morning here. So we took a really long nap and then we all had trouble sleeping in the night and jet lag things. But I did read quite a bit of this. I am now on page 185 and I read actually half of that probably yesterday when I was trying to recover from the jet lag. But other than that, I'm enjoying it. At the beginning I was a bit doubtful because it seemed like she was trying to shoe her ideas and try to fit it in the mold of Orwell's wife, to have an example, which is kind of still what she's doing, but in the second part, which I just finished, it's a little bit more cohesive. So yeah, we basically follow Orwell's wife and how little he mentions her, especially in the Spanish Civil War. When Orwell was in the Spanish Civil War, he wrote Homage to Catalonia, and he mentions her very little, although she was also there and she was also very active in the she was not in the front, but she was a nurse and she was also actively dealing with the paperwork of the organization and like the organizational things in Barcelona, and she was also putting down in writing the book that will become Homage to Catalonia. She was like typewriting it. So she was doing a lot of things, and she was the one that got visas for everybody
in that organization to leave the country safely, and she was the one that kept every the issues at bay, and she was aware of the surveillance and all of that, and some things that I didn't know about, like how the Republican front in Spain was divided because of Stalin, and he wanted to dab into Spain, so there was like obviously the Franco supporters, and then in the Republican side there was like Trotsky supporters and the Stalin supporters, and they fought and killed each other, and so it was a big big mess, which I was not fully aware of, which this book explains a little bit of that, and it was interesting, but also just like her role and how easy it is to erase women from history, just because the assumption that they're wives. And there's a couple of things I didn't like. As I said at the beginning, it was a little bit shoehorn her points into the ideas, but now it's getting better. The other thing that I didn't like is that she talks often how people assume that one of the main roles of Orwell's wife was to be the lover of someone else. Well, they might just have been colleagues, but at the same time she talks about how Orwell was probably gay and he was just closeted and he didn't want to deal with those feelings, which might be true, but like that's not why he was misogynistic and overlooked the things that Eileen, which is his wife's name, did, and so that was a little bit of a you should not do to others what you don't want it to be done for yourself kind of situation. But yeah, overall I think it's a good book. I'm enjoying it. I'm about halfway through, and yeah, I will continue to read this, but since we are back, I think I'm going to finish this vlog here. I'm sorry I couldn't finish all the books to give you the full thoughts, but this is where the vlog is gonna finish, just because I'm just tired and I want to have a little bit more time for myself. And I mean, you have seen all the little bits of Seattle and Washington, which was beautiful. Nature in the US is amazing, and yeah, I wish we could have had more time to spend in nature, but obviously because I was also going there for work, we spent a big chunk of our time in the city. But yeah, I'm glad we got to do this. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Let me know your thoughts in any of the books I have talked about, or any other things that you want to talk about. And until next video, bye!